This is part 2 of the last video. If you didn't see the last video, I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the chase. Again, we are about solutions and we're not about fear. But in order to have adequate solutions, you have to know about what to expect. And if this whole thing goes south and a global war starts, whether that is in the situation in Ukraine escalating to where Western troops end up, by Western I mean NATO or American troops end up on Ukrainian soil, or if Russia invades and they respond to it, or if they blockade Crimea or put a no-fly zone up in the Ukraine. That is all going to cause this thing to spiral out of control. The Russians are moving heavily armored forces into the area. They've already moved their airborne brigade, their best airborne brigade, into Crimea. Well, it's about 4,000 men. And they've got tens of thousands of hybrid war troops, like spec ops teams, guerrilla fighters, saboteurs, the whole nine. They got all of them already in eastern Ukraine. They've already been shelling the area too for the last few days, back and forth between Russia and Ukraine. And it's just building up and getting worse and worse. But if the West gets involved, this is what you can expect. You can expect Club Ks to fire off from random locations to random locations, and only our enemies know what the whatever targets they have for those things are. You can expect sabotage, much like the USS Bonham or whatever the ship was called, the aircraft carrier that burned up out in California. I still don't know how a metal ship burns for days. But anyway, you'll have lots and lots and lots of that type of thing going on. Because all it's going to take is for the Russians, the Chinese, and whoever else to decide that there's no point in waiting. Let's just go ahead and carry out our pre-planned invasion of the United States. Because, folks, we're going to get invaded, point blank. So expect to be invaded. Expect Club Ks and other missiles to be firing off everywhere. Expect spec ops teams and other Trojan force horses and saboteurs and fifth column of all stripes to be going and doing whatever missions they had to do. Expect all of that. Expect invasion from outside forces combined with the Trojan horse forces. Expect all those things. So what are the solutions? Well, I told you last night that if I still lived in Dallas, I'd have been gone this weekend. I'd have been long gone, actually. In fact, I am long gone. I moved out of there a year ago. I had no idea all this was coming so soon after I moved out, but it has. So you leave, you move to the country, stockpile food and supplies, and prepare to defend yourselves. May Yeshua bless you all, always.